Can we jump into, like, what are some of the pests that would be commonly found in pantries, in food, I'm thinking, in the metro Atlanta area?
So we've got in the South, especially Atlanta, we've got a few that are prevalent.
Okay.
You're going to be seeing the Indian meal moth and drugstore beetle. Some other common ones that you may not see as much are the grain beetle, the red flower beetle, the rice weevil, and the cowpea weevil.
Are all of these big enough to see with the naked eye?
Sometimes it depends on what life stage they are in right now. So, you may not see the eggs, but you will definitely see the adult.
How do they get in the pantry in the first place? Is it because we're nasty housekeepers and so therefore we attract stuff? What's going on? How do they get in the pantry in the first place?
Most people think that, when I show up to someone's house and they have a stored product pest problem, they automatically think it's their fault. Most of the time, that's not the case. They're coming straight from the store. And before that, they're coming straight from the warehouse where the food was stored before getting to the grocery store.
How do we know we have them? So are they crawling up the wall? Do we have to look in all of our packages? How do we know when we have them?
You start out by kind of inspecting your food. If you're buying flours, grains, and you notice a rip in the package and you didn't notice that at the store, open that package up and just check.
Okay.
This is really just going to be what you see is probably what's going on. Okay. So if you look in a flour packet and there's nothing, you're probably in good shape.
What other recommendations do you have for finding your pantry insects before you eat them?
It's always good to take the food and place it in a clear container in your pantry. Don't leave it inside the bag. I know flour comes in an actual paper sack.
That's right.
And you can't see in it. So if you put that stuff in a clear, sealable container, it'll be easy to see throughout the entire pack what's going on.
Are there any other ways that someone might get a telltale sign that, hey, you've got some problems in this area, like with a moth or something like that?
Yeah, so you might see a moth flying around. Beetles, if you see beetles near your food, you might have a problem. Discoloration in your food, you might have a problem. How old is this rice? Has it been in my pantry for 3 years? You might need to get rid of that.
How are you going to solve the problem? How are you going to treat the problem? They've already thrown away the cereal or the flour or the wheat or whatever it was. They've already thrown it away, but they've still got these little buggers around the place, and you're coming out there to kill them. How do you do that? You can't just put a bug bomb in the pantry and leave, right?
Yeah, we don't fumigate. We don't bug bomb. They used to do that. We don't do that anymore. We're using pheromone traps.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, you're seducing these things.
We're going to
You're seducing these things. Oh, that's interesting. And so it's something that attracts them, so it's in a little container or a little ant strip or something like that, and it attracts the insects to them. How does that work?
You place the pheromone inside of either a trap, or it could be a piece of paper that has an IGR on it, which is an insect growth regulator, which stops their life cycle. I mean, those are the main ways that we do it. Another way we could do it is, or I've done this before, is actually physically remove them with a vacuum.
So you've got some tips on how to prevent pantry pests. Can we walk through those?
Yeah. So the first one would be buy dried foods in quantities that can be used up in 2 to 4 months.
Oh, really? So just as quick as possible? I mean, like if you could use it the next couple of weeks, great. Don't store anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use that food quick.
Okay.
Use up your older products before you use new ones. So don't buy 3 bags of flour. Properly store food items, including pet food, which is important, in tightly sealed containers. Wipe down shelves and floors regularly. Mm-hmm. And that'll also help you kind of get an eye on what's going on. The next one would be thoroughly clean cracks and corners. This is when in your cupboards too. So the outside of the shelves, just clean those off. If you see a little cocoon, you might have some Indian meal moths. Vacuuming is important. It'll get rid of them. Always dump your vacuum out in the outside garbage can, because you never know what you're picking up